I'm very good, thank you. Yourself?
Okay, I didn't sleep great, so I'm a little fuzzy, but I'm okay
No
otherwise.
no worries. Well, welcome to Upper Body Thursday. We've got everything ready on YouTube. Let's get ourselves ready by starting to warm ourselves up by jogging gently on the spot. Just kind of warming up our body, getting things moving again, going from being still to being moving, being active. That's it. Nothing too onerous. Just keep it nice and steady. And then some star jumps and jumping jacks. Get those great big joints moving. Get that synovial fluid flowing. And back into jogging on the spot. And we'll just kick those out. Okay, so this morning we've got 6 exercises we're going to go through, specifically looking at our arms. So our biceps and our triceps. So our biceps allow us to move our arm up. Our tricep moves our arm back down. Really nice and easy. So for these, we'll need some weights or some bands. I'm going to start off with biceps today. Start off with our alternating bicep curls. So keep your elbows pinned to the side, palms facing forwards, and then lift the arm by squeezing your bicep. And at the same time, lower your other arm. So alternating one after the other. So if you look at it from the side, all you can notice is that the forearm is the only part that's moving. The elbow's kind of pinned into the side of the body. There is three movements going on. So you've got the lifting, the squeezing at the top, and then the lowering. Okay, from there, I'm going to go into hammer curls. So again, so feet shoulder width apart, palms facing each other this time, elbows still pinned into the side. I'm going to move both arms at the same time. So bring both arms up, squeeze at the top, and lower them back down. So yeah, look at that from the side. The only thing that's still moving is from our elbows downwards. This one's great because you'll get the extra bit of range of motion because as you get to the bottom, your arms won't get obstructed by your legs. So again, do make sure you extend your arms all the way down as you get to the bottom. Take advantage of the extra space. From there, I'm going to go into drag curls. The palms facing forwards, elbows tucked into the sides again. This time we're going to bring the weights up the front of our body while pushing our elbows backwards. And slowly bring them back down again. So again, there's still those three parts of movement. The squeeze, the hold at the top, and then the lowering. But this time, just bringing the weights up the front of your body. Morning, Frank. From there, we're into triceps. So we're going to go for tricep overhead extensions. So pin your elbows side of your head, lower your arms down your back so you can try and get the weights as far down your back as you can. And we're going to drive the arms up into the air by squeezing our triceps and slowly lowering back down your back. Feel that big stretch. So from the side, you can see arms drive to the ceiling and slowly lower all the way down your back. That's the one. Get to feel which parts of your back are feeling a bit achy this morning. Then into tricep kickbacks. So into a bent over position, keeping your back nice and straight, pin your elbows to the side of your body, and you're going to drive your arms backwards by squeezing your triceps and slowly bring them back to the beginning. So again, looking at that from the side, all the way back, and then return to the start. And the final exercise of the set is going to be some skull crushers. So head down to the ground. And if you've got something you can use just on your upper back, just to give you that little bit extra range of motion, that would be fantastic. So going to point your elbow, sorry, to the ceiling, and then by squeezing your triceps, drive your arms up and slowly return them back to the start behind your head. All the way up. Again, that really nice stretch down your back. Okay, any questions? Excellent. In which case, let's make a start with alternating bicep curls. We'll do our usual 10, 10, 12, 15 reps. So 4 sets. We'll start off by alternating bicep curls in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, from there into hammer curls. So again, arms by your sides, palms facing one another. And bringing our arms up, starting in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, from there, arms facing forwards as we're going to drag curl, elbows pinned to the side of the body. Bring the weights at the front of us, starting in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and from there into tricep overhead extensions. So elbows pinned to the side of the head, weights going down our back and then really driving them into the air. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and from there, down into our bent over position for tricep kickbacks. And really driving your arms backwards. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, going down to the ground for our last exercise of this set into our skull crushers. So elbows pointing to the ceiling, hands just behind your head. And you're really driving your arms up into the air by squeezing your triceps. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, have a break, grab a drink. I'll pop the timer on. There we are. Oh, how was that for everyone? All good?
Yeah, good.
Excellent.
Wondering what you think about, maybe we could go back to the idea just for during the break to talk about easy weights versus hard weights,
Hmm.
because I'm in a situation now where I don't know, I haven't done as much, I haven't done the regular workouts like all the time. So I'm
Hmm.
feeling that. I'm feeling like I'm a half step back. But also in the all these weights, I'm always in between the fives and the tens, let's say.
Hmm.
So I took the strategy because I'm still waking up to do the fives and the early ones, but it brings back the thing, like at what point do you move up to make it harder, right?
Okay.
I
Yeah.
remember the previous was like, okay, the third or the fourth set,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah. Exactly. So always start too light rather than too heavy. So your first set's almost like a warm up. It's just getting used to the movement, the weights, etc. So you should feel by the time you get to the end of the first set, you could do another 5 or 6 reps
Right.
without any kind of effort. It almost feels like we've finished far too early. By the time you get to your second set, you're going to start to feel a little bit more fatigued because obviously we're putting one after the other. So you might feel you can only do maybe 3, maybe 4 reps extra on that one. You start to feel it a little bit more. By the time you get to your third set, you should feel like by the time you get to the end of it, you've only got 1 or 2 left before you've had nothing left. And by the time you get to the end of the last one, you should either not be able to complete or, you're finishing pretty much bang on the numbers. If, for example, you're in that position where you're not too sure if it's a bit too heavy, like you've got that next jump up is too big, then just go with using the higher weights on the last set. And then just make
Right.
sure you really control that speed. So really go slow on those negatives, for example, and fast on those concentric phase.
But on the other side, at what point at the end of set two do I say, okay, actually set three, I'm going to move up to the higher weights? Like that's the nuance that I'm trying to figure
Yeah,
out, right?
it's all down to feeling. So if you get to the end of set two and you still feel like you've got 5 or 6 left in the tank and
Right.
it's just feeling far too easy, that's the point where you just need to move yourself up.
Right.
Yeah, and
Okay,
then
then
your
I'm going to
next,
make my standard request,
yeah,
not for this set, but for the third and fourth set, another 2 seconds, because I'm going to be going back and forth between them. Yeah.
no worries at all. Cool. In which case, well, let's make a start on set number 3. So 10 reps.
Set
Oh,
two.
set 2 even, yes. Of course, we'll talk about set 3. So 10 reps, starting with our alternating bicep curls. Again, really concentrate on the feeling here. So really put your mind into your biceps, feel them squeeze, and also feel them stretch on the way back down. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. From there, palms facing one another as going to hammer curls. Same again. Keep that mind in your biceps. See if you can squeeze as many additional muscle fibers as you can. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, into drag curls. So palms facing forwards, elbows pinned inside, still focusing on your biceps. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, from there, arms overhead. We're going to tricep overhead extensions. So pinning the elbows behind your head, really driving your arms into the air, feeling it in your triceps, those muscles down the back of your arms. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Bring yourself back over to burner position, arm into the side of body. Again, still concentrating on your triceps. We're going to tricep kickbacks. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember, it's not a swing, so hold it at the top for a second. 9, 10. Okay, and then down to the ground as we go into skull crushers. Yeah. Point your elbows up to the ceiling. Then keeping that focus in your triceps, still try to fire as many of those muscle fibers as you can. I'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, have a break and grab a drink. I'll pop the timer on. Perfect. Okay. Yes, just one thing to be conscious of when we're doing a lot of the movements is there's always like 3 phases in the movement. I mean, a lot of it's to give you that kind of pause. So, for example, when you're in the bent over tricep kickback position, it's really tempting just to literally have your arms swinging like this, but then momentum's doing a lot of the work for you. So that kind of pause in the middle, so you sort of bring them out, you squeeze, you hold them there for a second, and then bring them back in again. It kind of prevents that kind of swing motion because then you're actively having to then control your arms. And it's these little adjustments just make it that little bit more difficult, but actually give you a bigger benefit for that same movement. Because when you're just swinging it and the momentum's being done by the weight, 2 things: you're not getting the benefit from your muscles specifically, but also if you've gone that little bit too heavy, then it can cause an injury. So looking at how we can keep everybody a bit safe as well.
Speaking of benefits, let's get the benefit of set 3.
Exactly. I love that idea. Into set number 3, back into our alternating bicep curls. So elbows pinned into the side, palms facing up, and this time concentrate on timing. So faster on the way up, hold it for that brief second, slow on the way down. And at the same time, do the opposite with the other arm. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, into hammer curls, so palms facing one another. Again, same again, fast on the way up, hold it for that second, and slow on the way down. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, palms facing forward. We're going to drag curls, pushing our elbows back. Same again, speed wise, fast on the way up, hold it for a moment, slow and controlled on the way down. In 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, moving on to our triceps. So we're going to tricep overhead extensions. So elbows pinned to the side of the head. Same speed, fast on the way up. Hold it for that moment at the top and slow and controlled on the way down. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Bring the weights down, moving ourselves into the bent over position, ready for tricep kickbacks. Arms anchored to the side of the body. So again, same again. Fast on the way back, hold it, and slow and controlled on the way to the start position. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, heading down to the ground. Let's go for skull crushers. Whoa. So set up as normal. Elbows pointing to the ceiling. Weights just behind your head. Same speed and timing. So fast on the way up. Hold it for that moment and then slow on the way down. I'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, have a break, grab a drink. There we go. How was that? All good? Frank, you got your head in your hands. That's a bit worrying.
Yeah, I did the school crushes before the kickbacks.
Ah,
I
don't
was
worry.
on the ground, and you were there.
These things happen. You did them both. That's okay.
I did the same, but in a different room.
Yeah.
Definitely
It,
was harder. Definitely was harder to do those tricep ones by specifically pausing.
yeah,
It's good though, kept that weight to be challenging. And having
definitely.
that in mind that the lightweight and the heavyweight strategy, I know what I needed to do the third and fourth set. So I'm actually going to move up on one thing, try it after the fourth.
Perfect. That sounds like a perfect time to do it. It's right about now as we head into set number 4. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're going to head up, increase the weight, this is definitely the one to do it for. And again, don't get hung up on the numbers. It is literally just a number of reps. If you don't hit 15, that's not a problem. In fact, that's where you're going to get the better benefit. Okay, so starting with bicep alternating curls, bringing it all together. Great form, great feeling in connection with your biceps, really firing off as many of those muscle fibers, but great speed and control. Faster on the way up, pause, so as you hold it, and slower on the way down. In 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. And from there to hammer curl, so palms facing one another. And again, bringing both arms up at the same time. Same connection with our biceps. Faster on the way up, hold at the top, slow and controlled on the way down. In 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, into drag curls. So palms facing forwards, pushing our elbows backwards. Same connection with our biceps though. Same speed. Faster on the way up. Pause and hold. Slow on the way down. Starting in 3, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Moving from there onto our triceps. We're going to tricep overhead extensions, elbows pinned into the side of our head. Concentrating now on that feeling directly in our triceps, try and fire as many of those muscle fibers as we can as we drive our arms into the ceiling. Faster on the way up, pause, slow and controlled on the way down. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, from there into our bent over position, ready for tricep kickbacks. So again, constantly feeling that muscle fibers fire as you drive your arms backwards. Hold them for a moment as you squeeze a little bit more and then return them back to the start position under control. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, standing up straight and heading down to the ground as I go for our last and final exercise of this morning session into skull crushers. We'll point our elbows up to the ceiling. Start with our weights behind our head. Really feel it in our triceps as we drive our arms into the air. Faster on the way up, hold it and squeeze a little bit more, and slow and controlled the way down. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, pop the weights down, grab yourself a drink, and that's the end of another upper body session for this week. Okay, so back again next week. Next week, we've just got 2 days. So we're here on Monday and Wednesday. Tuesday, I'm down in Luton. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm in London. I feel like I should live in London these days. So what we'll do is we'll do upper body Monday. We'll try and do a combination of movements. And then on Wednesday, we'll do a good core session. Right. In the meantime, have an absolutely super weekend ahead. You've obviously got the recordings for lower body tomorrow. So go back and have a look at those, and just let us know in the group what you get on with and how you get on. Right, bye bye for now.
Thanks, Martin. If you take a second, I felt this one's hard.
Yeah.
Um, it was good. It was a good build for me to think about how I felt at the end of each set to see like, okay, with the plan of what I'm gonna do next. I never really considered it that way. I just kind of did whatever and had an idea.
Hmm.
I guess I'll try to do that for all the things, but this one was especially hard because I hadn't done it in a while. And also, I realized too, small thing I should have shared to everyone with the hammer curls.
Hmm.
I think if I always felt it a lot in my forearms, but I think I'm gripping it too hard.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Grip it a little lighter. Like, tennis racket, you're not supposed to grip like death grip. It's supposed to be like kind of like a loose, like you're holding, I think they said like you're holding a bird, live bird.
Right.
Not
Yeah.
exactly that for the weight, but I tried to alter that and I didn't feel it as much in my, and then also your idea of bringing it all the way down.
Yeah.
That extra like little half movement between here and here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No. Absolutely. You picked up some really good bits, and we don't talk about grip, but you're absolutely spot on. It isn't. It shouldn't be like you're really tensing it because that's
yeah.
causing your whole arm effectively to be squeezed. But it should be firm enough that you're not going to drop it, but loose enough that actually you've still got some really good motion in there.
Yeah, only that
Um,
one do I grip it so hard, partially because I don't do it as well.
yeah,
It's like, so I have to feel like I have to hold on to it and really
yeah,
struggle. But at
yeah,
the lower weight, it's better for technique, I think. So,
definitely. And I
yeah,
love the fact you've noticed that difference because it's literally is the difference between your hand staying there where it stops against your leg and
yeah,
actually being able to straighten it.
yeah,
And it feels like nothing, but it's such a big difference.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've been the last few weeks, not been regular with working out, both here but I've been doing tennis and physical therapy because my foot's injured a little bit. So
Oh,
it's just a chronic thing. So it's all over the place. So again, thankful for these sessions, but you know, my schedule's not super regular anymore, but I'm gonna keep on trying to do stuff.
yeah. Well, that's exactly what it's here for, is so you can come in, you can do it. If there's you do it, if people have injuries from time to time, it's quite normal.
Yeah, I do those
Um,
recordings too. I commented you had a good transition on one of the last ones.
yeah, that's all that. Thank you very much.
Really good.
I
Yeah.
do try to remember to like and say
Don't worry,
thank you.
don't worry. Don't have to do it. All right. Thanks,
Uh,
thanks,